Hey there everyone, Seb here with another vlog thingy. This time I want to go over a bit of a rant about medicine. And also, of course, the thoughts of E3 on my part, because that's just been done. But yeah, first of all, I'd like to really apologize for no video last week. I was very tired and all the time basically, and I just couldn't get anything done. I just didn't have the motivation. And yeah, it kind of sucked. Just kept running after the things that I actually had to do, but in the end, yeah, just not much got done, which sucks. But whatever, I'm sleeping much better again, so I'm suspecting that things will go back to normal soon enough, which is good, because I was getting quite frustrated with myself, quite honestly. But yeah, what have I been up to? Not a whole lot, as you might imagine then, but a few things. There was one clinic we did, and with clinic I mean a workshop with goalball, which was a lot of fun, so much fun. Was a bunch of kids with differing handicaps, and they were really into it. Like, even there were some kids in wheelchairs who obviously can't play the sport, but they still stayed and just cheered their friends on and looked, and they were quite impressed still. So, you know, it was an awesome day, quite frankly. There's actually 2 more clinics this week as well, one on Wednesday, tomorrow, and one on Sunday. So that will keep me busy again as well. And I actually started playing some goalball myself as well, which was not really the intended thing to do. But yeah, last Saturday was the national championships, and basically my team, we said nope, we're not going, because well, I had trouble with my hands, so I figured, you know, I'm probably not being able to play that day. Another one of our team, kind of the same situation, medical things, where he said no, probably won't be able to make it. Third player who said, you know, if that's the case, then I'm gonna go to Curaçao Maguro, which is totally awesome for him. So the fourth player, who was just the only one left, he joined another team for the nationals. Turns out that both me and the other teammate could have actually made it, technically speaking. For both, it's not really wise to play, so we figured, you know, it's okay. Other team that both of us are a member of did go to there with 4 players, and just like in the final week, one of the 4 players says, you know what, I don't really feel like it, so I'm not going. And that kind of sucks, you know, if you chicken out at the last moment. The worst thing is that he had the excuse that he had to go somewhere, which is the same thing that I was actually going to go to, which was a little open day for people with visual impairments over here in this city. And I was going to do a video for that event as well, make it all nice and such. But yeah, he said, no, I want to go there. And when we were preparing this event back in March, mind you, he said that no, he couldn't go to the event because he had the nationals to go to. And I said to him, yes, and you should go because you are the 4th player and you cannot chicken out. And then at the final week, he's like, nah, I'm still going to the event. And I was like, what? So then I just decided, you know, I'm gonna fall in and see what happens, and just screw it. Basically also because this guy said, yeah, the event organizer wants me to be there. The event organizer said, no, I want him to keep his promises. So one of them is lying, I don't know which, but I just was fed up with it. I said, nope, then I'm going to just support the team and be the 4th player. And yeah, we did an awesome job. We ended 2nd, which was really more than we expected. Maybe I'll splice in some footage here and there, because some people did record some stuff. But yeah, it was cool. A lot of fun, really well. I just chucked in some painkillers and I went at it, and yeah, everything held out perfectly fine. Sunday was a bit problematic day on the other end. That was then I saw the errors of my way, as they say. And on Monday I was supposed to give the training, but the national coach, he called and asked if we had a trainer. I said, nope, I'm the trainer today. He said, well, I'm free tonight, I could give it, which is also good for him because he can train with some of the girls he's taking to the European Championship. So that was cool. Now I could also train there, and that was awesome. And I figured, it works fine Saturday, so should work fine now as well. And it did, but in like one of the final matches I did bump into my fellow player. I was playing with someone else, and I dove to the right, she dove with her feet to the left, and I crashed right into her shoe, exactly on that finger. And I was like, crap! So now it's all kind of crappy again and hurt, and there's a bit of a hepatoma there, but should be okay, I think. Otherwise, eventually they just fall off and grow a new, right? Or is that just with nails? Details. But yeah. So basically my health insurance is probably not going to be too happy this year with me, but then again, that's kind of the standard. The only day I think my health insurance is going to be happy with me is the day that my life insurance is having a bit of a downer. But yeah, most of the years when I go, well, basically, first let me just explain this. In the Netherlands, everyone is required by law to have health insurance. Also defined by law is a own risk policy. So you have health insurance, but the first part is your own risk, so you have to pay that amount yourself, which tends to go up each year to the dismay of all the chronically ill people in the Netherlands. And this year I think it's on 385 euros, yeah, which is quite a bit. But basically every year when I go the first time, or maybe the second time if I was nice, to the pharmacy, I'm done. It's over, I have to pay it, and the rest of the year is free riding, as they say. Just the normal insurance policy costs, of course. But yeah, my own risk tends to be gone in the first quarter of the year. This is typical. What's not typical is that it gets spent on just one medicine. I was quite surprised. I got a new type of medicine at the start of the year, and my eye doctor, she told me that you might want to use it a bit sparingly and just use one ampule a day. Basically how these things come packed is like you have this, you get a big box of 12 of such packets, and in each packet is one of these. A little ampule with some eye drops in it, so you can squint it in your eye and you're done. Of course there's two in the pack, so you have two for the entire day, one in the morning, one in the evening. And she said, try to use one for the entire day. I understand why she said that now, because I got the letter just a few days ago stating, your own risk, it's gone and you need to pay up, and here's the things that you bought from it. And I looked at the list, and there was these medicine, just these four boxes, so that's 4 times 12. 483 euros. That's just ridiculous. Like, wow. And I bought that I got that in the early of the year, and now they sent the bill, and then yeah. But wow, what the crap, man. And I have other such little thingies like these. These are artificial tears, so whenever your eyes dry out, you can pop one in, and it feels better again. But these cost like for like 50. You get 50 for what's like 20 euros or something. It's nothing. It's peanuts. But these, crazy expensive. And also I don't really get why pharmaceutical industries tend to think that a month, because normally you get like a dose per month. Like, why do their months have less than 30 days? Like, a lot of monthly doses are based on 28 weeks, which I guess is a nice even weekly number, but still it makes no sense, because last I checked, and I did fairly thorough research on this department, guys, so I know what I'm talking about, but last I checked, there tends to be more months than February. Just saying. And it tends to be more time than not February. So why do you get only 28 doses most of the time? Why? And of these you only get 24, just to rub extra salt in the wound, I think. You know what's really crap? Because of course eye doctor says try to use 4 drops a day, but I'm not sure if you can see it, but look at how much there's in there. I'm not sure if you can see it like this, but look at that. It's nothing. For comparison, look at this one. That's proper full. This you can use an entire day, but this, no. It's like sometimes I can manage 3 drops out of that thing, but why? I can only assume that these are actually made out of unicorn piss, and these, hair, and these out of standard horse piss. Otherwise, I don't know. What's also bullshit is, like, you get these packets, right? There's 2 of those eye drop thingies in there, and you get 12 of these in one box. So you open the box, and what do you also get? Of course, you know, one of those note thingies. Oh wait, it's not 1. Oh wait, you get 12! That's nice, you know, give the little notes to the people who can't barely see in very small print. Oh, actually, 1 is different because 1 is a summary, but it's about as big as the normal things. It's just like, why? Makes no sense, and it just a waste. Or whatever. These are, by the way, by no means the worst medicine out there. If you want to truly kind of lose hope in humanity, then look up the medicine Soliris. Just Google that for the fun and see what you find. And yeah, it can actually be quite depressing to see those prices. And actually don't look it up. Just stay cheerful and. Oh boy, but yeah, pharmaceutical industries, they don't tend to be painting themselves as the saintly types, do they? Even though, yeah, there's a lot to be thankful there, there's sometimes just stuff that it just doesn't make sense. But oh well, that helped. And I was not really pissed, but just some things just don't make sense to me, and yeah. Figured I'd share that with you guys. So the other big thing, of course, last week there was the E3, so now on to my reactions to the E3. Okay, what else is on? And so much for my reactions on the E3. I basically didn't catch a single thing on it. Which is kind of interesting to realize for me, because it kind of coincides with my growing disinterest for modern gaming, I guess. But it's really this year where I mean, I've known that it's been going on for me, but it's really this year and this utter non-interest for E3. Like every video that even discusses E3, I'm like, don't care. And this is interesting for me because at least last year I had a passive interest, like, I'm still interested to see what's out. And like 3-4 years ago, I was still actually putting time aside to watch all of the press conferences, or at least get the summary and such. And this year, no, I just don't care anymore. And this is quite interesting to learn about myself, I think. And yeah, it just has to do that. Modern gaming as a whole just doesn't interest me as much anymore. And the industry, yeah, I'm just a bit burned out with the industry as well, how it works. Like the pharmaceutical industry is a bit weird, but video gaming industry, whew, there's a lot to say about that as well. But let's not go all ranty now. But yeah, I don't have any of the current gen consoles, and don't you dare call them still next gen consoles, because still people tend to do that. But no, PS4 is not next gen. But no, not interested. Of course, there are of course a couple of games out there which I'm like, I'd like to try those, but on the whole, not enough to actually let me buy. And on the other side, like on PS3 and before, there is still a ton of games I want to try out. And this is just basically me saying, you know, I can spend $60 on a new game, or I can spend $60 on 10 awesome older games, for example. And yeah, I'm fine with those older games. There's just some things in modern gaming I don't like. Basically, creativity seems to really be on a downhill slope, I find, where at least now I'm really generalizing here, and I'm really generalizing within the bigger industry, like, so not so much the indie department, although that place has its problems as well in current times, I find. But especially during the mainstream thing, everything seems to be structured about this standardized norm which they should abide by, and it just makes less interesting games, I find. I totally get it, I understand it, because as technology evolved, it got much more expensive and thus more risky to take a creative approach to game design and come up with new IPs, new ideas, and just, you know, take the plunge and see if it works, because if it not works, you lose a lot of money. But it makes for much more shallower experiences as a whole, I find, and just stuff gets much more mixed together. And that is always a problem when you try to standardize things, because you get a lot of data mining from users, and you get all these averages that people like, and I don't see myself as an average human being, because well, on average everyone has one teeth and half a dick. So yeah, there's that. So no, I'm not an average person, and neither are you, I'm guessing. So the chance that a lot of games don't really appeal to you is actually higher, because those averages do these weird things, I find. But yeah. So I don't really have an opinion on E3. I have no clue what's coming out, and I'll just see, and if something interests me, I might get it eventually. It's also kind of the good thing of this day and age, I guess. Most things get out and released on PC anyway, so why bother with the console now? Though there's still some exclusives, luckily, which is another thing I really miss from the older generations, you know, exclusivity. Really using a system's strength and just polishing it around that, and not just make something and then just spread it out all over the place and make it work on all the platforms. But well, I digress way too much, and this video has gone on way too long. But yeah, share your thoughts on all the things that I have covered down in the comments below. I would love to hear it. I will do my best to release that review this week. Should do that. Also thinking of a Let's Check, and there's still Luke's package I need to get cut into, which sounds really bad. Sorry, Luke. But yeah, I hope to still do that on either Thursday or Friday. But that's what I said last time. So Don't hold me to that, but I will try my best. Anyway guys, hope you kind of enjoyed this video anyway, despite me going bonkers a bit. But yeah, join me next time for another video, and until then, take care, bye bye for now.